Hello, everyone. This is Father the Everchosen coming back to you with episode 3 of Dragon Age Origins and our playthrough of Mother the Mage. First off, I will apologize. I know I did say that things could come up and I may not hit my Monday, Thursday release schedule, but I guess I did not think it would happen quite so fast. It's my wife's birthday this weekend, and then my sister-in-law and I were playing video games, and just kind of got wrapped up in it and figured I should still do what I want to do, and a day late is not too bad. So I did adjust some of the audio settings. Did not sound too bad when I would just talk out in like the open like we are right now, but during combat my voice definitely seemed to get drowned out. So I have adjusted things. Let me know if the corrections were too much, not enough, or just right. So we are here in Flemeth and Morrigan's hut, and we just finished the battle at Ostagar, and that ended with Flemeth rescuing us after we were shot by a whole bunch of arrows. And there is Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive.
Yep.
I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm fine. I appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
Amongst
And what
other
does
things.
that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So, if you're Flemeth, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
I mean, no, it didn't. I mean, of course not.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Lothering do this?
He's a
Now
bastard.
that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Ooh, so man, we should contact the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Kaelin already summoned them. They'll come if they can, but I expect Lothering has already taken steps to stop them. We must assume they won't arrive in time.
Old lady, you want to help us fight?
Me, I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
That's not true.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Lothering of his mistake.
No.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Arl Eamon? You know, the Arl of Redcliffe? Your uncle? And Kaelin's uncle?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Surely there are other allies we could call on. You know, that paperwork we got from Flemeth.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I mean, why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I mean, yeah, thank you for everything, Flemeth.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morgan doesn't want to join us...
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Man, well, we'll take her along with us. She's definitely useful.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
No.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Oh, I understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Come on, Cleavage. Morgan.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
Oh, no, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Alistair, we need people. It's me and you versus the whole country, plus the Blight. Yeah, we need her. We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Oh, I think we should get underway.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
So nice. Alright, let's level up Alistair. He's got a couple points. No, I think we're just going to throw them all into strength. I think he needs 25 strength for the next skill. We will grab Master Combat Training. Yeah, he'll need 25 strength for some of the next stuff. Shield Defense. That's a sustained ability. Precise Striking. Oh, man. None of these are incredibly useful. Yeah, it's 25 strength, 20 dexterity, and level 9. Okay. and that is level 8. Warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for bonus to attack, as well as an increased chance to score. And yeah, I guess we'll do precise striking, because then we can grab taunt. Yeah, we have enough for taunt then next level. Alright, and then I'll give you guys a quick look at Morrigan. Morrigan is a shapeshifter. It's definitely an interesting school. The master shapeshifter just turns all her shapeshifted creatures, so from the spider to, I think, a poison spider, from the bear to a bear scarn, and then I can't remember what the flying swarm goes from and into. It's a weird specialization. Takes a long, I mean, it's got a cast time for each of these spells, so it's sometimes not terribly useful. She's also built lightning and frost, and then she also has some of the entropy magic. If I bring her with us, she will focus down here between horror. Horror's really good, especially once you compare it with sleep. Sleep and waking nightmare is really good because if you read the last line, enemies that are already asleep cannot resist, and that makes all the enemies kind of like fight each other, so it can be a very useful spell. We are going to go through real quick. We will give her the tribal necklace, and that will show you kind of these pluses. Like I said, there is items that you eventually get that you just kind of give to people, and it levels them, or levels up your relationship with them. It's actually probably better to give her this regular darkspawn staff, apprentice cowl, which also looks ridiculous, Fade Striders. Then we'll just give her, I guess we'll give her the Spirit Charm because fire damage is far more likely. The other thing with Morrigan is she also has the herbalism skill, but I believe she starts with, yes, she's already to improved herbalism. So I will probably increase that with her. She can make better things. That's why you need the distillation agents. Health potions are way better than lesser health potions. They're also quite expensive. And then lesser injury kits. Definitely a helpful item. So I'm going to make a bunch of those. And we'll take a quick peek in our inventory, see how many lesser health potions we have. We have 12. That's not too bad. So away we go. Off to Lothering. This is the first time you guys really get to see the map. And this is just Ferelden, which unfortunately you never get to see a full map of all of Thedas until, I believe, I don't think you get to see one in the second game. In the third game you see one constantly. But we started over here at the Circle Tower, came down all the way to Ostagar, and then we're going up to Lothering, which is actually where the second game kind of tangentially starts. So we're going to go to Lothering, and we will probably try to complete everything at Lothering, and that will be where we end this episode. Might be a shorter episode this time.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have
Bantegan.
declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
That means lucky.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Ouch. Bantegan is also in all 3 games, or he can be in all 3 games. He is very briefly in the 2nd game, and then he is in the final DLC for the 3rd game. His personality changes drastically from Origins to 2, and then again drastically from 2 to Inquisition. It's the Mabari I saved. Got a bunch of Hurlocks and a Hurlock Alpha. Excuse me. So as always, we try to take out the Alpha first, but with Morrigan here, we can actually do a little bit of debuffing. So we're gonna do Vulnerability Hex up first. I already have my Rock Armor. Oh yeah, I have Vulnerability Hex as well. I forgot about that. Then instead I will put on the Vulnerability Hex, and I will have Morrigan do Frost Weapons. Alistair, you can do Precise Striking. And that Dog, I can't control you yet. Your name is just Dog for now. Yeah, I already paused. Perfect. And then we're not going to do any AoE spells just yet. We will try to knock down the Alpha. Just gotta, as always, try to take him out early. We're going to have her do Drain Life. Drain Life, obviously, is really good in a pinch to heal yourself, but it's also a very good spell just for damage. Alright, the Alpha's down. No longer worried. Alright. And the combat's basically over once the Alpha's gone. The regular Hurlocks are nothing to really worry about. As you can see, when this bolt hits, you can see that there's little blue numbers. Those are the frost damage that I'm doing because of frost weapons right here. Melee attack. Oh, it's just melee attacks. Huh. Maybe I was mistaken.
This should be easy enough.
He wags his tail happily. I think this is the Mabari I helped cure back at Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now?
He's not
Wonderful.
mangy.
He's not mangy.
Yes, I have played this game a lot. Man. I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it was meant to be. Please enter a name for the dog. The dog's name will be... Man. We'll just go... We'll go with Dog. That's a good name. I am quite uncreative with the names in this game, at least. In one of the DLCs that you can play, where you actually play as the Darkspawn, which is a very interesting DLC, the dog's name, I believe, is Barkamond. Yeah, I think it's Barkamond. Or Barkspawn. One of those. Gather my party and continue going to Lothering. We're gonna get stopped by banditos.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
Yep.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense.
Probably.
Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
I concur.
Is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Oh man, you should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
We're all
Toll
armed.
applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Man, forget it. I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
I mean, do you really want to fight a mage? A mage Grey Warden? And a mage apostate? And a Templar? And a dog?
A mage? Ah, I don't want to be a toad.
Well, then I'll
Nobody's
turn you
turning
into a frog.
Toad, you sniveling bastard. But we'll, let the toll go. Just this once.
Time to test some spells.
Ah, don't turn me into a toad! Yeah!
All right. All right, we'll get some weakness. Switch over to Alistair. Knock that guy down. The dog. Oh, we didn't actually look at the dog. I truly almost never use the dog. He does have some interesting abilities. And obviously, since he only has a handful of skills, he becomes, full up really fast. But he's like I've said, he doesn't speak. He has no skills. It's way better to just have another party member. He definitely helps at times, and he has some very funny things, such as, we'll go Dread Howl. There's a later point in the game where you can get captured, and you can send people to come and rescue you. And if you send Morrigan and the dog, it's comedy gold.
Very well.
All right, we did some good lightning there. Ah, he stunned me. All right, switch over to the bandit leader. Do shield pummel. Morrigan, freeze him. Go back to me.
Ready for action.
Alright, perfect. Freeze him. Knock him down. This is, I guess, one of the best times
All right. We
that you could
surrender.
tell me what it sounds
We're
like,
just trying to get by.
whether my voice is
Will the
coming
Darkspawn
through
get us all?
over combat. Yeah, you're not really trying to get by, though. You're trying to earn money, but get by. You're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Apology not accepted. I'm turning you into the authorities.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
I guess you're gonna die then. Then I'll execute you here.
I'm not going down without a fight.
I don't agree. I think you're gonna die pretty easily. Morgan, kill him. Alistair, knock that guy down. Alright, he's dead. I'm hurt. Let's drink a health potion so we don't go down. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a guy that always sneaks off behind you. And we'll just cast regular spells. regular nothings. Alright. Made it through that pretty good. Obviously you can avoid the fight, but unfortunately, like a lot of RPGs, you do not actually get experience for just kind of like letting them all live.
As you wish.
So, always better to kill them.
Right.
Get that little bit more experience. It's nothing crazy, but I think it's definitely worth it. Go through, loot everything.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right. Very creepy.
Forget I asked.
Psh, I mean, what do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
We should probably use these treaties.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
I have.
There are three
But
main
then you're going to
groups
tell me about
we
them
have
anyway.
treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I agree. I often go to Arl Eamon first, I think. It's one of the better places to go first. I typically go Arl Eamon, then either the Circle Tower or the Dalish. I always end with the Dwarves. It takes the longest. It's very fun in the beginning, and then it becomes very tedious in the middle, and then it's very interesting at the end. But what do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly.
That's a dumb plan.
Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
I agree. I mean, I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Morgan and Alistair are definitely two of the funniest companions to have together. They have some of the best lines of dialogue. Their quips are some of the most memorable. Not that I've ever made a video like this, but there are videos out there for all three games that just go through every single dialogue option, or not dialogue option, every single background party banter thing that can occur in all of the games across
let's talk about your
all of
mother
the...
for a moment.
Oh, I thought they were going to keep talking.
Right.
Across all three games. And it is... Some of them are really interesting. Some of them are very touching and heartfelt. Some of them are very just good. I would strongly recommend, if you like these games a lot, to go and seek out one of those videos and watch them.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, look how they moan and wail and gnash their teeth. 'Tis sad to watch how
We will
helplessly
just
they scurry
occasionally maybe listen to them talk. This bridge right here, if you walk over it, it will... It's either that bridge or this gate. There's like a trigger that will continuously have them say things. Let's see if it's this. Boop. It must be the bridge then. So there's a handful of tiny quests here. There's a tiny quest board here. There are some conversations you can have, and there are 2 NPCs to pick up here. We're going to try to run through all of that today.
I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Ooh, can you beat that offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
I mean... I suppose it's not right to run off desperate folks.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They can't, though. You're charging them too much.
Coin, because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
Persuade. This is where that persuasion skill, you definitely need to have invested, I think, at least 2 points into it. But I think you can compromise and still make a profit.
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
Fine.
So, we have come
I have
to solve
infinite money.
every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be
Ooh,
impressed.
jeez, my head was
Thank
all
you for
twitchy
your
there.
Generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Get your maker away from me. See, so Morgan doesn't like that, which is fine. It doesn't matter. I'll end up buying stuff. But this is one of the examples of how you can make money. But even 100 silver is only 1 gold piece. But you kind of have to be a right bastard to
Don't suppose you're looking
make
to
any
buy
money
something.
in this game. I am.
All
I
right.
wanna find.
Don't buy everything up.
I'm gonna buy it all just to piss you off. Weapons, nothing really. The enchanter staff is actually really good, so I'm gonna buy that for Morgan. Couldn't think of her name. None of this is incredibly important to buy. None of that. Wine, you can buy that. It's a gift. Like I said in one of the previous episodes, definitely buy up any healing items. They can be incredibly useful. Fire bombs are actually one of the items that I would say are the most helpful. Yeah. Let's sell some stuff. We don't need that. We'll get rid of those. Magic staff, axe, dagger. All those daggers. The bows. Mace. Enchanted dagger. Regular longsword. Alright. Freeze bomb. And then always buy this stuff up. That stuff stacks, so I've got 8 deep mushroom. I have 2 there. I'll have 10, but it's not going to add 10 to my inventory. I believe they should end up stacking. Maybe not. They should stack, though. It's kind of silly if they don't. I am going to buy these acid flasks. They come in... They can come in handy in a... Or they come in handy in a pinch if, like... Let's say all your characters go down and you're left with just one character. You can pull out some of those bombs and stuff.
This should be easy
Good
enough.
AoE damage.
On it.
Yeah, if you looked in the bottom right real quick, I'll open it up again. It was up at 72. Now it's down at 69, even though I've picked up 2 things. Doug, Morgan, take a better staff. And then we'll talk
Greetings to you,
to
milady.
these
If it
refugees.
isn't too much to ask. Might you be able to spare some bread?
Oh man, what happened to you guys?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering. At the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for your situation, but I cannot help.
Never mind, Hale. It's no use. Not even...
I don't know why it said that. It's not like I don't have money. I have money, and the bandits are dead. I don't know. Sometimes the game does some interesting things. Bandits everywhere. The job board here, it's definitely a good idea to take...
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge
Morgan,
me.
I was talking.
Do I have a
It's
choice?
definitely worth to take all
Of
the
the
quests
two of you that
because
remain, are
you
you
get
not the senior
a
Grey
pretty
Warden?
decent sword
I find
out of all of
curious
it.
that you allow another to lead
We're
while
going to talk
you
to Elder
follow.
Miriam.
You find
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
I am. Do you need any help, old lady?
Don't need blades right now.
I don't have a
Need
blade.
beds,
I got a staff.
Food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I certainly do.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to talk to you
Have
again.
any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't even frickin' need it.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
I do. These are just kind of, incidental quests. There's Elder Miriam. There is Allison. She needs you to make traps. And then there's a guy inside this bar. He needs poisons. So you need the corresponding skill. And at this point, obviously, you could only have 2 of them. You could only have... well, no, you could actually have all... no, you could only have... well, you could have multiple, but you would have to have, like, the beginning of all of them. Because you could make yourself have herbalism and traps, I guess. And potions. This is that quest. Let's do that. Morgan, freeze that guy. Alistair, come over here. Dog, come over here. Stay still. Me. You know what? What? You butt lick. Yeah, if you don't stay on yourself when casting a channeled spell, it can stop, which is annoying. Alright, we got that Tempest off, which is important. Alistair's getting the absolute crap kicked out of him, though, which is a problem. Let's freeze a bunch of people. Alright, that should be good enough. Give Alistair a potion. Are you in the range of that spell? No, you're not in the range of the spell. So you're fine. Like I said, just let me know how it sounds during combat while I'm talking. If my voice is getting drowned out, if it's much better. Obviously, you're always going to hear the sounds of the battle. Unless you want me to turn the volume completely off, but I don't believe that's what you would want. Nope, we're going to have him hold position. Please don't pull me into the spell. Alright, he's frozen. Man, that's the only problem with the AoE spell. Is that, one, it lasts for a long time, and the fact that you damage yourself when walking into it. There's another group of mercenaries over there. There's another group there. And then you have to come back out and kill
As you wish.
bears here and spiders over here. I don't think the spiders are here just yet. Oh, nope, they might be. That's perfect. Oh, I wanted to avoid that. Good job wasting all your webbing on me. It does no damage. Alright, we gotta angle ourselves. Good amount of lightning damage. Let's get some freezing. Oh, I don't want to use that potion, but I'm going to have to, otherwise I'll go down. Nope, so Lothering just gives you, I think, enough experience to level up maybe once. And then you pick up, like I said, two additional party members are here. And we'll pick them up here in just a moment. I probably could have picked them up before. It's always good because then they earn experience with you while you're doing all this stuff.
This should be easy.
But I'm just going to grab all these toxin extracts. And then
As you wish.
we will go and try to grab one of the first companions. He is just over here. He is a missable companion. I believe he's the only... I think you can miss almost everybody. You can actually end up with nobody in your party at the end of the game, other than yourself, if you piss everybody off enough.
My captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'm Mother. Pleased to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature
Person.
trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
There we go.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I could get you some food and water.
Tempting, but I shall decline. Were you in my position, would you prolong your imprisonment?
I mean, fair enough. I do find myself in need of skilled help.
What help do you seek?
Oh, I'm sworn to defend the land against the Blight.
Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yep.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free? Not me.
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave for now.
Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
Probably because he's so friggin' big. But Sten, on my very first playthrough of the entire game, I missed Sten. If you don't recruit him, he does. He's here and then he dies. In the bar, there will be another fight. There are some silly men here.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen one?
I've been here for like 6 minutes, guys.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Man, looks like he wants to fight. I'm more than happy to oblige.
Let's make this quick.
There are a bunch of you, though. Put some lightning down. Alistair, go after this guy. Morrigan, freeze that guy. Dog, howl.
Right.
Perfect. Alright, that guy's down. This guy's taking some damage. This woman right here is also somebody who will join our crew. She, of course, I think if you don't go in here, she might not be recruited, but I don't remember if this place is a required stop. Is that guy still hitting me? Probably is. Would like to make sure that every single person in here dies. Let's do Mind Blast. And then we'll try to stun this guy. Mind Blast is good. Mind Blast is just that short area stun. God damn.
You've won. We surrender.
I almost killed the last
They've
guy.
learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Take a message to Logain.
What do you want to tell him?
He'll pay for what he's done. We're coming for him.
I'll tell him right away. Now, thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
So I see. Where does a sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I'm Mother. Pleased to meet you.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know
Well,
after
yeah,
what
probably.
happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Ooh, I will need help. That's true.
That and the Maker wants me to go with you.
Alrighty. Could you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Oh man, very well. I'm not going to turn away help that's offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Morgan,
Thank
be
you.
nice.
I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Well, that's good. And this is the party select screen. So we're going to get rid of the dog. We're going to add in Liliana. So a lot of the time I build Liliana with a bow. And then I will have Alistair and another frontline warrior. So that may still be the case. Liliana is already built partially as an archer. But she also adds poison making. And she adds stealing, which is, it definitely can be beneficial. It's not the most beneficial thing. You go around, you can pickpocket people. And then the Bard. If you've played any, especially Dungeons and Dragons, but any sort of tabletop role-playing game that has kind of a support buffing character, Bard. So all of her stuff is, this is a buff, that's debuff, buff, and I believe, yeah, this is a debuff as well. And then she's already built partially with archery. Archery is definitely a decent school or a decent path to go with. Oh, currently she has an enchanted dagger. We'll take that off. The Wild's bow really only gives her 10% nature resistance. It's not bad. It's not a bad bow. She's going to have regular arrows, but you can also equip her with fire arrows, which I will since I have them. And then I will give her the Charm of Flame. She currently has Seeker's Circle, which is, it's specifically hers. +1 cunning, +10 mental resistance. That's not bad. But the extra fire damage while she has fire arrows is what we will go with. We'll give her Chastened Robes. Yes, she looks like Morgan. Hat. There's no difference between studded leather boots and leather boots. So that is how she shall be for now. And then this is Barlin. He is the guy that needs poison. Oh, know of any paying work?
Check the Chanter's board by the Chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison?
poison. I've dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
Oh man, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
Show me what you got. And then we will go through. Thorn of the Dead God. Definitely a decent weapon. Sailor's Crossbow. Rapid aim. Just increases the speed at which you shoot the crossbow. We actually will buy that. The Lightning Rod. Electricity resistance and damage. It's not really better than the Enchanter's Staff, though. The Enchanter's Staff does actually a little bit less. It's got more spell power. The Lightning Rod is a decent enough thing. We'll cheat. We'll buy and sell this item a couple times. Buy that. Buy and sell. Buy. Oh no. The same is in reverse. If you double buy it, you don't get two of it though. You just double bought it. Alright, there we go. Nothing there. Oh, the war paint is for your dog. We'll buy studded leather, studded leather, studded leather, studded leather. Amulet of Accord. Reducing hostility and plus 10 physical resistance is definitely a good thing. Definitely something to put on either a mage or an archer. Golden rope necklace, ale, shiny gold ring. And then, as always, buy the recipes, buy the lyrium, distillation agents, and we'll back out. Let's go to Liliana, and he wants simple poison, which I believe is just venom. I think you need to make 3 for him.
Any luck with that poison?
Or you're here to steal my sock. I have what you got. Or what you asked for.
If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some. Hey!
I don't have expenses. He gives you 75. That other lady gave you 50. And then I believe you get, I think probably just another.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Other reason to always have Liliana. I believe Liliana. No, there are 2 rogues that you can have in the party.
As you like.
But she can pick all your locks. Blackstone Liaison.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden.
Another little kind of fetch quest thing. You definitely can get some good rewards from them. Of course, experience is the name of the game.
That fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
Oh, well, how can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
The speech has always felt very, like, rehearsed.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members.
Very unnatural, as opposed. I mean, this is probably just some random person who offered their voice as a voice actor, but definitely not like any of your party members. Scraping the Barrel and Dereliction of Duty. Dereliction of Duty is a quest where you have to pretty much go everywhere on the map and deliver letters to people so that they can join, or so that they have to come back and join up.
So Terran Logain is the new region.
And the other quest is for, I think, stolen supplies. It's this bridge that triggers
They
the
say your mother is Flemeth.
See?
A witch of the Kokari Wilds.
the
They also
conversation.
say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in...
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread...
Ooh, farewell. Oh, that's because I didn't kill the last little girl. You know what? I'm going to get Sten first, then we'll go through the rest. It'll be a lot more combat towards the end. I don't even really want to talk to this Chastened, so I'm going to avoid him. Couple people to talk to in here.
There's word of darkspawn stragglers. Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
Oh, I'm a Grey Warden.
I see. I am Ser Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
Well, the Grey Wardens didn't do it.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. About the bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
Oh, man, you really don't need to do that. What? I killed them all. I can do that if you like.
No need. I will have it dealt with. Again. Savaral, those fool bandits have returned. Take some men and drive them off and see if you can't capture that leader of theirs this time.
As you command, Sir Bryant.
Now, unless there's something else you need.
Ooh, man. Is there any other help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. This has definitely happened to me in previous playthroughs. Sometimes when you kill those bandits outside the village, they don't actually die, which is weird. Or it could be the fact that I didn't finish that Chanter's Board quest. It's kind of odd. But we'll talk to Sir Donald.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Oh, man. I was hoping to meet the Arl.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Do you think Loghain's involved with his illness?
The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Your friend, Sir Henrik, he died.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Oh, man. I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Yay! I was helpful.
When the Maker spoke,
chant of light scattered in the dark.
That's an accurate likeness of Andraste.
Just gonna go around, pick up some items, talk with the revered mother, and then it'll basically just be a bunch of questing around here until we leave Lothering.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners
Big
of the
cabinet.
world,
As you wish.
Just some health potions,
let it rise
which is
at
definitely
last to the
useful.
ears of the Maker. Let him hear our
There we go. Little stack of books. Getting close to another level.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Oh God. What tithe is acceptable? Because I'm a
Might I
goody
suggest
two
30 silver?
shoes. I can offer 5 sovereigns.
These poor souls will weep at your generosity. Thank you. What can I do for you then?
Man, I want to talk about Sten. I just gave you 5
It might have
sovereigns.
been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Because I really need a big guy who can swing a chunk of metal. I want him freed. I might have uses for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
Oh man, I was thinking you could release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
Oh yeah, we've known each other for like
Unusual times.
6, 7 minutes.
Confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime.
Oh,
Farewell to you
Jesus.
then, my daughter. Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you.
I don't know if you saw that,
Take
but
these
Liliana's
keys to his
lips were
cage and
flapping,
make her
but the
watch over
revered
you.
mother's voice was
Thank
coming
you,
out.
Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Alright, well I lost 5 sovereigns. Greedy church. I mean, as I've said multiple times now, really don't
Chant of
matter.
light scattered in the darkness. A word
Book.
to spare fear and ignorance.
So here is one thing that you should always do before you use Liliana, especially to steal things. Go through just your regular inventory. Oh, well, we also have it sorted by the newest. So whatever she steals will definitely pop right up there at the top. We're also going to slap her in all this studded leather. It gives an item set bonus, which is good. So we got her all decked out. And then Sailor's Crossbow requires 26 strength.
Cry out from the
Okay.
shadows, comforted.
Let's switch to Liliana. And then all you have to do to steal is click on the steal button and then click on the person, and you need to be behind them. Now, that just gave me a little bit of money. And then you can pretty much go around, and I think you can steal from basically everybody. Quickly look around. Grab a book. Mother is very close to leveling. Let's steal from this guy. Items received. And then we look. He gave us small flawed spirit crystals. I will eventually tell you what the spirit crystals are for, but I guess I'm going to keep that thing a little bit of a secret. Go behind this Templar. Steal from him. What do we get from you? If it's something that we already have, obviously it's gonna stack. We got a frost rock. So nothing interesting at all. Steal from this merchant. And then we'll go release
As you like.
Sten. Imperium crossbow increases damage versus demons. It's a tier 7 dragon thorn weapon that does 12.8 damage. It's got a huge steal from this guy. I remember that I believe that there is a list out there that you can look at and see, like, oh, who should I steal from?
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their
This gave us a fire crystal.
religious instruction?
I didn't
All right,
fail.
we're gonna
I was
get Sten.
recruited
We're gonna
into the
get
Grey
rid of
Wardens.
Morrigan.
And if you had not been recruited...
You wish something more of me?
I do. I have the key to open your cage.
Confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
All right. Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Understandable. Blast.
Blast and damnation.
Yes.
All right. With Sten now here, we will equip him. And the Blood Dragon plate is something that I will eventually give him, but it will be obviously much later. Harvard Aegis. Oh, now he's got enough strength for that. Sten. Give you some chainmail gloves. And then we can give you the Chastened Flat Blade. The Mud Idol. And then what do I currently have equipped? I have the Warden's Oath, but that's restricted to me. We'll do the Amulet of Accord just to reduce my... You know what? I don't mind. Since I would say if you reduce your own hostility, it's not that helpful. It's better to reduce somebody like Liliana's hostility, because you're always going to pretty much be on your character, so you can monitor when that character may or may not need healing. So we're going to go, there's 2 little fights over here, go back, and then 2 more quests. That is the bear quest, and then the spider quest. Alright. Put down some lightning. Oh, I got interrupted. Not ideal. Yeah, my Bari's getting a little fucked. Alright. Let's see if I can get off this Tempest now. Yep. So, those guys are going to constantly get damaged. Super helpful. Knock that guy down. Freeze that guy in place. I'm definitely a little low on health. So hopefully, with those guys taking as much damage as they are, they won't be that much of a problem. Yeah. That's what I figured was going to happen. Gosh darn it. Alright. Dirty fighting. Come on, pin him in place. Alright. Pinning shot's really nice. Obviously pins him in place. Then you can walk away. The next time you hit them though, they can then move. Alright.
Defend yourself.
And then it's just these guys, which they've already been damaged so heavily.
As you like.
Come on, mercenary archer.
Battle it is then.
I do think it actually does matter the distance that you're at. If only a little bit.
Sometimes.
Come on, pinning shot. Nice. Alright. And that should see us win that combat. Come back. Get Mother to stand up. And she has... she's just bleeding. That's pretty normal. It's not like a... What was the one? A slashed aorta or something. Lesser injury kit. We should be golden. Like I said, one more group over here. That group has a bunch of really good stuff for Sten to wear. That's why I didn't feel the need to go back into town and buy him anything.
Something drawing near. This should be easy enough.
Alright.
As you wish.
And then here is the bandit leader. Liliana, I need you to pin him in place. Yep, should be good.
Time for some fun.
He did not get pinned in place.
Only one shall stand.
So, a lot of the time, the gold... Ooh. Oh, we need a full health potion for him. A lot of the time, the gold health ones, they're more elite enemies, so they're going to resist. I don't know how, but I got very lucky getting Alistair that health potion. The higher level of the spell, a lot of the time, the less likely it is for them to resist. We're actually going to look at a screen I don't often look at, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it to show you guys. As soon as this combat's over, I will show you the tactics screen. And you'll get to see some of the good things that can happen just kind of without your intervention at all. So the biggest thing with the tactics is right now, with only having one level of tactics, you get this. So if he's being attacked by a ranged, he'll activate shield cover. If an enemy his health is greater than 90%, he's going to shield bash. Target condition. So we'll do, if his health is less than 25%, he will use the least powerful health potion. And then, if an enemy with the highest health is nearby, you should use Shield Pummel. Save that as custom one. So that's how you can set these up. If you look at everybody, everybody should only have 4, save for yourself. And I believe that is because, yep, you start with an additional tactics slot. So you gain an additional combat slot for the first 2, or a tactic slot, and then you gain 2 more. So you should have, what is that? You start with 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should get 10 tactic slots eventually, if you go all the way down this. But like I said, combat training is important, skills are important. Of course, you don't really need it for yourself, unless for some reason you're not going to, you're going to have your main character there, but you're not going to play the character. And we are now level 7, so you can pick up one of these. So Shapeshifter, you have to learn that from Morrigan. Arcane Warrior, you learn in the Brazilian Forest. Blood Mage, there's a couple different places you can learn that. Blood Mage is evil, but it's super good. Arcane Warrior, super good too. Makes you into like a spell blade. Spirit Healer is a very good school, and I will actually take that. Up my magic. Up my cunning. You know what? Maybe we won't up the cunning. I would have to look at skills. Yep, I need 16 cunning. If we do it now, then I don't have to do it next time, I guess. But it's really not that important. So we'll do that. Yeah, we'll just go up to 31. We'll grab Spirit Healer. Definitely worth it. And then I will grab this. Spirit Healer, as the name implies, group heal, super good. Revival, bring somebody back from the dead. Life Ward. If you put this on, it can be super clutch. If you put it on, I mean, you can read it. The caster places a protective ward on an ally that automatically restores health when the ally falls close to death. And then Cleansing Aura. You restore health to all nearby allies every few seconds and cure the injuries. So, certainly good. It's not a spell that you're going to use all the time, but like right now, if we were in combat, you know, let's say I was at half health, I could use it. It is costly. It takes 40 mana, which currently my mana is 211, but it's got 40 reserved just for that armor. So, go through, pick this stuff up. And I believe the bandit leader is the one who has all the Kunari gear.
This should be easy enough.
Kunari thickened cap and heavy chainmail. Inventory. Come on, let's get this done. And then... no, this greatsword's better. Alright, that completes that quest. We go back, turn it in, come back, knock out the last 2 quests. I don't think anybody is close enough. Alistair's close to leveling, but I don't think he's going to get a skill point at this level up. What level is he? He's level 6. I'm level 7. Liliana is level 7. Sten is level 7. Sten's got expert combat training all unlocked. And then he's built two-handed all the way. Two-handed is very good. Destroyer, super powerful. The only problem with two-handed is that the fatigue can really lower their ability to use any of their skills. And then furthermore, without having a shield, a lot of the enemies with ranged weapons can really wreak havoc. This woman right here, Allison, I'm not going to be able to help her because nobody is able to make traps. So unless I could come back here, which sometimes you might be able to come back here, it's not really that worth it. But we'll talk to this guy.
Peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Oh, thanks. And we receive 3 sovereigns for that.
Let's get started.
When bears attack, last keepsake. So actually it's wolves, then bears. I don't know if there is a spider one. Maybe the spider one is purely for the guy inside the bar. But this should be relatively simple. We will take Liliana. We will pick this chest over here. Oh, Spirit shard. Nothing crazy. Early on, the lockpicking, there are very specific areas that the lockpicking is even worth it. Most of those areas are restricted to the main character. But after you get out of that area, mostly Ostagar or your origin, the chests become kind of subpar. Let's get shock off, do some pretty heavy damage. These are the times where Mind Blast is very helpful. Because right now, I could have damaged all those, you know, maybe even stun them. I will also expand my bar. Move that all the way down. Move the potions down. So now I have some other things. It's also not the worst idea because you can pause in this game a lot. It's not like an MMO where you need your hotkeys to be super readily available. Might as well just expand your bar like this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are probably going to be your most important. But then after that, you're really going to want to target things anyway. So I truthfully wouldn't even feel bad about clicking every single attack order. Okay, wolf, 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 wolf. Let's let him get a little closer. There is a wolf alpha somewhere. I believe, at least. Maybe not. I currently don't see one, at least. Sten is doing some work. Certainly helpful to have. This is the very standard party composition, and most, I would say most games that we will go through in this line of playthrough. So when I go from Origins to Awakening, and then Awakening to 2, and then 2 to Inquisition, you will probably always see the party composition be one warrior, or not one warrior, 2 warriors, 1 mage, 1 rogue. Inquisition can get a little different. There is a very good mage specialization in that game that functions very close to a warrior. So at that point you might see 2 of either 2 rogues or 2 wizards and 1 warrior.
It is done.
But we'll see when we get there. And my plan is to play as a wizard or a mage in all 3 of the games. It's my favorite way to play. I think it, in my mind, is the canonical way to play. There isn't one, of course, but it definitely feels more like that's how they were going for it. A lot of the story is based around like the mage's treatment, stuff like that. Once this is done, we can get Alistair on our low level. Alright. Quest updated, and then we gotta look at this red-headed woman. This is that little boy who's at the bridge. It's his mother. Alright, Alistair. Let's give you a little level up. Dexterity of 20, strength of 25. Strength 25 is important. Dexterity 18, 22. Overpower is very good. Shield tactics. And like I said, anything that's passive, so the character is proficient enough with shield to defend from all angles, so the attacks no longer benefit from flanking strikes. Super useful. Definitely worth taking. That's a sustained one. Overpower. Might be overpower that we go with. Taunt. Actually, we'll do taunt. A mocking bellow catches the attention of nearby foes, increasing their hostility towards the warrior. I'm just reading right this second. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have the bravery passive, and then you want to have taunt. So next we'll pick up bravery, because you taunt them, you get them nearby, and then your bonus damage, physical resistance, mental resistance, and bonus critical chance increase. So we'll do that, and then we can again go into the tactics menu. Alistair. Those are important, and see, that's where you want the more tactics. Otherwise you have to go in and manually do that for Alistair. Shield pummel, we can instead do enemies clustered. Maybe not. Oh, an enemy clustered with at least 3 allies? No. Self. Being attacked. Surrounded by enemies? No. If the hero is being attacked by melee attacks, we taunt. Maybe. Self. At any time. If he's already surrounded, there's no reason to taunt. But you really want to pull them off of me. So we'll do that. Eventually, we're going to have to grab more tactics. I will try to use that screen more than I ever have in the past. As always, we'll open this up. Blackstone Regulars. So we have to deliver letters of conscription to these people. So Pater Girich, we have to talk to him. And then that's it. So we definitely need to make sure we stop by and speak with that guy. I want to say he's... Yes, I know where he's at. He's in the Chantry. And we are going to walk around just as Liliana in case I want to do some thievering. Can I steal from the little boy? Nope, he's got nothing to steal. Damn. Inventory real quick.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still.
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes I might just skip through dialogue a little bit. See, no more. Open this up and you get Oathkeeper, which is a very nice one-handed sword, which if you look at the bottom left of the text box, sorry about that. If you look at the text box, there's a little square there, and that square designates that a rune can be slotted in. So, plus 1.5 armor penetration and plus 10% to healing effects. Certainly can be helpful. And it is... Sir Garland's sword is definitely a good weapon. But I'm going to switch to Oathkeeper. Oathkeeper also has the same texture as Duncan's sword. It's an interesting looking sword. I definitely like it. Head on into the Chantry. Finish that off. Then there's one more fight. No, two more fights. And then we're done. And then Lothering will be done. And then the game opens up fully. So it's been very much on rails. You have to do this. You have to go here. You have to do this next. But after this point, you get to choose wherever you want to go next. So here's Peter Girich.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Got a letter
I knew
for
this
you.
time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
You guess right. Alright, Liliana. Steal from that guy. Got a metal shard. Most of these people do not have anything worth stealing. I don't even know if you can steal from the Revered Mother. I'm gonna try. Gotta get behind her chair. She got nothing to steal, even though I gave her a bunch of money. Like I said, I believe there's a list out there that you can look at, and it tells you certain people to steal from. I believe that the items are always the same. What did I get from this guy? An elf root or a lesser healing potion. Either way, something good. Sister, Templar, refugees. I'm assuming most of the refugees probably have nothing. So it's just not worth stealing from them. But I will definitely... I do know that in Denerim, there are a couple people that are definitely worth stealing from. They give you... A lot of the time, they just give you, like, relationship items. So nothing crazy, but...
On my way.
Still, why not? This guy gave us... He gave us a lesser health potion. So again, certainly worth it to go through and steal a handful, but no other... none...
I was a lay sister of the Chantry.
Shit.
Which means...
None of the other games have that,
Lived
this
and
system.
worked in the Chantry, but I did not take any vows.
So you dabbled in priesthood then?
Yep.
Oh no, the lay sisters don't have the same sorts of duties as priests at all.
So occasionally we may listen to some of their dialogue. Some people have better dialogue than others. These people have a death wish.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know
Yep.
if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Do you know what else feeds a lot of hungry bellies? Having less bellies. So already those guys have taken heavy damage. Alright, Alistair. I'm going to have you taunt. Liliana, you do your thing. Sten, go that way. See, so now they've all surrounded Alistair, which isn't too bad, especially when you get those two passives. So the one that increases his armor and stuff like that, but then the other, the shield profession, or the shield passive, where he doesn't take bonus damage from being flanked. Right now, he's taking quite a beating, or he would if he was not a warrior. I mean, and if these guys were like actual enemies that, you know, were dangerous in any sort of way. Let's see how many I can hit. I can hit 3 there. Yeah. Oh wait, I can actually hit. I can hit 4 right there. As long as nobody moves. Perfect. I hit 4 of them, which is good because it killed that guy, pulled the guy off Sten. And then, like I said, there. See how he took that potion and I didn't have to do it for him. That's what the tactics really helps with. Is it earth-shattering or groundbreaking? Maybe not, but it's certainly better than having to flip and flip and flip and flip and flip. But another health potion, and that is it. If you ever do see your allies being flanked, once Alistair gets that passive, then it won't matter. But if Liliana's getting flanked, definitely worth going and focusing on that person to either try and pull them off or kill them. Oh, we can go now. There's one more combat up there, and then we'll go to the camp, and we might even do a little bit of stuff at camp. But I would like some feedback, definitely on the audio quality first, and then on this question that I'm going to pose. In the camp, you can talk with all of your companions, and I can go through and speak with all the companions. There are points at which you should, because it furthers either their personal quests, or if you're going to pursue romance, or you get some items. But if you would rather me do that off screen, if you would rather me kind of skip through some of that stuff, or if you want to see it in full, please let me know. Definitely, I mean, I'm more than willing to do it. I just know that it'll take a long time. Which, not that that's the problem. The thing is more, if you don't want to watch that, then it will be nothing but tedium. Alright. Alistair? Why are... Taunt. Me? Knock him down. Good. Got him down. Alright. I'm gonna back off a little bit. Ah, damn, he walked away. Don't want to let him add to the fight. Oop, Alistair, pretty low. So I am going to manually switch that point. Weakness, or vulnerability hex, penalty to all those things, definitely would be useful if I had either frost weapon or shock weapon or flaming weapon, because obviously then they'll take more damage. Archer. Perfect. Nobody went down. He saved Bodan Fedek. This person is a blood mage.
On it.
Health potion haver. Acid coating.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Oh, you're welcome.
The name's Bodan Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Ooh, I doubt you want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens?
But he does.
Aye, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
So Bodan Fedek is in 2 of the games. Sandal is in all of the games. He only is in Inquisition. He is in 1 part, and he is like tucked away back in a corner that you have to like go look for him, and you'll find him. But short of that, you'll never see him. Is it in other? Yes. We're going to sort by type. Bronze symbol of Andraste. Fuck it, I'm just going to get rid of these because they're just going to take up room in my inventory. Normally, if you don't play the way that I'm going to play, or if you don't play with the bonus reputation treats, you would give certain things to certain people. So paintings go to Sten. Holy stuff either goes to Alistair or it goes to Liliana. But there are a select few items in-game that you can give to party members that they like trigger a cutscene. So one specific one is there's Antivan leather boots that you can give to a party member that you meet later. And if you give them to him, it triggers something. If you give a mirror to Morrigan, it triggers something. Oh. And I can't think of any of the other ones. But I do believe that there are others besides just those. That's the other thing, which is kind of cheating. The higher your relationship with a person... where is it? Constitution. So he's currently got a +1 to his Constitution because my relationship with him has passed whatever the first threshold. So we're warm. And then it goes to something else, and something else. So eventually you get a +2, +3, +4 to whatever that stat is. I think it's Constitution. It might be Constitution for all of them. But definitely worthwhile. That's why some people choose to not play with the bonus treats and stuff, because it is a bit unfair. We're going to go into this cutscene. We're going to go to the camp for a little bit, and then we will conclude the episode. Just gotta load up. I guess this would be another part. I talked through one of the last cutscenes and my voice was quite choppy, or it was quite quiet. But if my voice sounded fine there, then the audio issues are definitely fixed. I had to adjust some settings. I pulled the mic a little closer to my face.
Bad dreams, huh?
Oh man, seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that? He did.
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Oh man, thanks Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. who deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
So this camp is the permanent fixture throughout the entirety of the game. Eventually, where I'm standing right now, you will get the place where you can kind of cheese your experience. And then you have all your party members. So Morrigan is over there. Sten is right here. Your dog, Alistair, Liliana. And then eventually you have a dwarf companion named Ogren. He stands, I believe, about here. You have a mage companion. She stands here. You have the Antivan gentleman companion. He's about here. And then you have the bonus companion from the DLC, Shale. Shale stands around here. And that is everybody. And then, as I said, both Sandal and Bodan Fedek are here.
Good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodan Fedek at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Oh, certainly. Let me see your
I'm
wares.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
My infinite money discount? I love it. It's the best discount. So, Bodan, this is another reason why you might want the money cheat. The Veshael is 131 sovereigns. I don't even know if you could actually get that in the game without cheating. I'm sure you could, but it's gonna take you forever. I am gonna buy Sylvan Mercy. It's a decent enough, and then sell it right back, and then buy it at its cheaper cost. And then this is where you get the rest of the Blood Dragon stuff. I definitely just double bought that. I don't know. There is another thing that is in here that is way better than the Blood Dragon armor to sell. You just have to buy it. Bard's Dancing Shoes, very good. I mean, a lot of these are really good. Earthheart's Portable Bulwark, very good. Not worth it to buy right now. It needs 36 strength. Alistair's strength is 25, I think. Black Metal Torque for the dog. Conspirator's Foil. Oh, Spell Ward. Spell Ward is definitely the best thing to buy for a mage. Plus 5 willpower, super good. Plus 8 health regeneration while exploring. Spell resistance, chance to dodge. Regular attacks, chance to avoid missile attacks, super powerful. The rest of these are not bad either. Hailstone, super good. I mean, all these are really good. The Dwarven Merchant's Belt is nice to buy right away, and then just equip it while you're cheating.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please.
Let me see your wares. I will start skipping through some of the merchant dialogue, especially Bodan. We'll hear his dialogue like a million times. There's no reason that we have to hear it every time we talk with him. Health potions. Lesser health potions. Lesser injury kits. This would probably be the one place where you're going to probably be upset with me, is I am going to buy both the Tome of Arcane Technique and the Tome of Physical Technique, and then eventually you get another one, like I think almost right away. And then these are the special gifts, and then the bonus gifts are the Thoughtful Gift, the Sugar Cake, and then the shitty gifts are the Lump of Charcoal and the Rotten Onion. So you go through and you buy Grey Warden Hand Puppet for Alistair, Stick for Dog, Fat Loot for Liliana. The King Merrick's Shield is for somebody. Alistair Doll is for Morrigan. Kunari Prayers of the Dead, obviously for our Kunari friend. And then when you get here, the complete genealogy, protective cone. So Alistair, dog. I want to say... Ooh, the ugly boots I think are for the same guy who likes boots. Or Legion... That I can't remember. Some of those are a little different. Butterfly sword. I actually like to buy the butterfly sword though, because you can give it to Sten and then it becomes an actual weapon. And it's like it's definitely worth it. Buy the backpack. Okay, I will sell a firebomb and then buy a backpack so I can have more space. Because that makes any sort of sense. Buy back. Oh, man. Unfortunately, right now, the best thing to do is to do this. Until we get enough money to buy the axe. At which point, you buy the axe for like 117, and then when you sell it, I think it's only worth like maybe 17 gold. It's kind of upsetting. Oh no, we gotta get to Spell Ward first, and then we can go from there. That makes this a little easier. Nope, I just regular sold that. I know this is not very exciting. Actually, I think we can do... Can buy this. And buy this. And then... Where did they go? Right here. Then we can sell it back. Buy it back. Sell it back. Buy it back. So yeah, it only made us a little bit of money. Not a crazy amount. Blood Dragon Plate. But we're almost there to buy that amulet. Boop. 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 Ugh. Whatever. Again, I apologize for this. This part is not going to be incredibly exciting. We'll buy it. Sell it back. Now we got 109. And then see, Spell Ward is only worth 14 now. But 14 is certainly better than 4. And then we go to weapons. We buy. And then we sell it back. And then see, it's only worth 21. But, again, 21 way better. And nobody can wield that weapon right now. So it's really just used to make your money. Like I said, I know this is cheap, but I strongly encourage you to do the money cheat, if you do any cheat. So Alistair, we're going to give him the Grey Warden hand puppet.
I could get used to
plus
this,
50. And then he can play with it. Morrigan gets the Alistair doll.
I am grateful.
See, she's grateful. Give the stick to the dog. The dog is already maxed out. Fat loot.
That's a wonderful thought.
And then we're going to actually give the butterfly sword first because it gives a minus 50. And then we'll give this.
Impressed. My thanks.
So now I think... Oh no, we're at 0. See, moderate constitution, major
Something you need?
constitution. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
either one.
Bodine.
I'm sure.
And then just go in and buy... Oh, buy like 24 sugar cakes. I don't actually think I bought those. But I'm going to read the Tome of Arcane Techniques. There we go. So, gives you a level. Doesn't give you anything here. All it does is give you 1 spell slot, which is very useful. I can't say that it's not useful. Certainly, I typically would put it here because then you can just get the next 2 things that are passives. I think that's worth it. And then I will always have Alistair, so there's no reason not to have him use the Tome of Techniques. I think I can... No, I might have to do that out in the field. So the dog gets dexterity. Liliana gets cunning. I think Sten gets strength. Morgan gets magic or willpower. So we could go. We can talk to everybody here. The main reason that I play a female in... Well, actually, I'll probably play a female across all 3 games. One, I think the male romance options, for the most part, are kind of lackluster. I like Liliana, but I think she's a little too crazy in this game. Morrigan is an interesting romance option, but she's kind of cold. Definitely not somebody I'd be attracted to in real life. And then there is a bisexual character, the same Antivan gentleman here. He's an interesting character, but again, not somebody I'd be attracted to. Alistair, hardcore, love Alistair. He's a good person. He's funny. There's nothing more you can really ask for. Those are the 4 romance options in this game. There are 2 for straight men, 1 for homosexual men, and then there are 2 for women. Women can also go for this guy. And then lesbian women could go for Liliana. I believe that's it. And then in the second game, it's kind of the same thing. Your choice is just... In the second game, the choices just are almost all lackluster. I mean, some are better. They're definitely better than other ones, but for the most part, they're not great. The other cool thing is that if you get with Alistair... you know what? I'll save that for later. But I always get with Alistair. I think it just makes the story flow better as well. I believe... Oh, I was going to show you guys the butterfly sword. Where's the butterfly sword? Butterfly sword. It requires 22 strength, but it's like... It's good, but it's not. It lowers your morale. It's got rainbow powers. It attracts butterflies. It's just kind of comical. Sten, wield your butterfly sword. See, look at it. Look at that. Look at that thing. Don't you love it? I love it. Eventually, Sten gets a unique weapon just for him. But we're going to call it there. We'll do a little more exploration maybe at the camp. Maybe do some more buying. Probably not. We'll talk with Levi Dryden. Pick up one of the side quests. Or one of the DLC quests, I should say. But I really do thank you all for the support that you have shown thus far. This relaunch of the channel is definitely gone, way better than I thought it would. I think just between the 3 videos that I have out currently, I have, more consistent viewership and quite a bit more in the way of like actual viewing minutes. I mean, at this point, they're viewing hours. Of course, it's not, I'm not getting millions of anything, but you got to start somewhere, and I really do appreciate those who are with me right now at the relaunch, and it will be certainly remembered as we continue on. But until next time, bye-bye.